about a part of you has been hovering because you've felt a guilt, or you've been holding it to yourself a pronouncement or a story, as we've talked about today. I'm not worthy of this, so a part of you hovers and you don't want to get caught again because of having fallen. Now, having fallen sounds like, oh my gosh, I fell. Well, we all have fallen. It's like, that curve that in the PowerPoint of the jagged line that goes up, wow, I'm a saint. Oops, I got involved with black magic. I'm a missionary. Oh, shoot, hedge fund. It's it's not a straight progression. And in all of this jaggedness are learnings that we take back to the Lord. So when we say, well, you were a fallen angel, well, yes, but you only stay down if you declare, if you put that upon yourself, if you bind yourself to having to stay down. So paradoxically, then you come here having fallen, but you hover because you don't want to get trapped here, because you held to yourself. When you fell, you held it as such a grievous sin and deemed yourself unforgivable. So then you don't really let yourself land because you don't want to get stuck here. But you see, when you land in this, you see, and in fact, 20 years ago I heard a two-sentence poem that I never forgot. Falling is only falling if there's a bottom. If there's no bottom, it's flying. That was David Sands. So when we talk about fallen angels, you see, it's just another way to talk about fallen is alternative. He took the scenic route, but all roads lead home. So a fallen angel, you see, you got to a very, very high, and this applies to many people, so it also is in a general sense. An angel, when they get very, very, very high, they start to become then aware of co-creatorship, of free choice. When they're born, when they're incepted, they're one with God's will. There is no other choice. It'd be like breathing. Well, to walk upon this planet, I breathe in and out. I breathed in and out. For an angel, they are one with God's will. It's like breathing. There's no choice. There's no, what do I do to serve the Lord? I am the service of the Lord. Well, as they evolve, they become then, their next step is to become aware of co-creatorship. Now, that's very high in the rung of evolution for an angel. It's the opposite of here, which we talked about in some former workshops. But you got to this point where now you have co-creatorship. You see, that's when the tests can come, the refinements. They're not against us, they're very much for us to say, are you sure you're ready for this? And when you got to that point of the free choice, then you get the testers who come in. There's a particular angel who comes in at that point who's the great imitator. It's Michael was saying, when you're getting to a very refined state, you're often offered less to see if you'll go for it. Well, in this case, you were offered less and you went for it. And here you are. And it seemed like a very high and egregious fall indeed to you because you had gotten very high. So the fall was more. Now you get these angels who don't have a lot of awareness, and if they fall, the fall's not very far. For you, you were very high. Big fall. But you see, here's another way to reframe it or look at it. In this long fall are all the lessons along the way. You see, you know all this now that you wouldn't have known had you not fallen. You have all of that texture, all of that experience, all of that deep, deep well of compassion to take back to the Lord. So others will look into your eyes and know you know. Others will look into your eyes and know you know what it's like to hover, to not fully land, to not fully embrace the Lord's presence in this level. Because the Lord is fully present right here, right now. So in that respect, there's no fall. God bless you.